Welcome, all my future homeowners out there. If you're looking to buy new construction here in the Austin area, then you've come to the right place. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and today we are in the city of Georgetown, Texas, in a brand new community called the Heights at San Gabriel. And the builder we're looking at is called Blackburn Homes. Now, this is one of their largest floor plans at 5 beds, 4.5 baths, 4,355 square feet, 2 stories, a game room, a study, a media room, and an optional in law suite with a 3-car garage. Now, with this floor plan, the way they have the model set up, we're going to see an actual poker table, Texas Hold'em table with this kind of study. But that's where the in law suite would be located, uh, that you can option out with one of their floor plans. Now, really quickly, they actually do have an open house this tomorrow. Actually, I'm filming this February 23rd, 2024, and they have one of their homes that they're doing an open house for. It's a smaller home, 3 beds, 2 baths, a little over 1,700 square feet, and that's priced at $459,950. But this floor plan that we're looking at is a little bit more because it's one of their largest ones. Now, right now, the buyer incentives are incredible. Check these out. You have a couple of options here. So, to answer your question, is right now a good time to buy? Yes, because check out these incentives. Option number one, you could use is 25K in flex cash. So, option one, you could use that 25K to lower down the home price. Option number two, you can lower down the home price by 15K and use the remaining 10K to buy down that interest rate. And option number three, you can buy down that interest rate using a 2-1 buy down, and then you can use the rest of it to buy down the interest rate permanently. Now, if you don't know what a 2-1 buy down is or what it means to buy down the rate with points, we can go over that in the virtual consultation because it's a little bit, we have to go in detail for it to make sense. But basically, you're saving money monthly by having an interest rate that's a few points lower than what the going market rate is right now. And that is the beauty of buying new construction, because that's where you're going to get the best deals, because builders typically have their own lender, and they have more flexibility when it comes to the financing. So the big caveat to that is, you in order to unlock these incentives, you have to pre-qualify and get pre-approved with their lender. You can't do that. You can't do that with another lender and then try to take advantage of these incentives. That's not how it works. Now, see here how the game room is with this poker table. This is where the in-law suite, the casita, the where your in-laws would stay. This is where it could be optioned out, but they just decorated it to have a game room, which was not too shabby. I actually haven't seen an actual game room with a poker table as far as the design and the model, and as this is my first time, and you can see how it just extends into this. I would say this is like a, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a study. What do you think? What would you call this kind of room? It's a seating area. It's almost like a very nice seating area if you're going to an office, like to a dental office. Anyways, so they have incredible buyer incentives, but here's the thing. Time is of the essence. Your window of opportunity is now in February, probably before summer starts, because I guarantee you, I promise you, these incentives will go away because they only last when funds are available, and they are limited funds. And one thing I really want you to get your mind wrapped around is, if you're a buyer and you're looking to buy in 2024 and you're looking to get new construction, is you want to buy when there you want to buy during the off season. You don't want to buy during the summertime, because that's when typically all the other buyers come out. And when the masses come out and builders are starting to close more deals, they start pulling these incentives away, because the only reason why they bring them out is because buyer demand is slow right now. So they're using this to kind of get people to come through the front door and get people to get across the finish line, pretty much. Now, is this a good area to invest in? That's another great question I get from my buyers. So I did some homework, and for this zip code, I went as far back as 2018, so a little bit before the pandemic. The median price in 2018 was $339,995. Fast forward to 2023, the median price of a home was $510,000. That's a 15.8% year over year home appreciation. Now, I do want to say a big disclaimer here. Just because that's what the past numbers look like does not guarantee any future results. But I will say this: when if you go around Georgetown, if you go around Williamson County in general, you're seeing all so much new construction happening, not just on the residential side, but on the commercial side. So that tells me, and I look at the data too, when it comes to like the permitting for residential and commercial, that it's staying steady, if not trending positively. So that means developers are confident that this area is going to continue to grow, can continue to appreciate over time. So those are all good indicators to me that these numbers, you may not see it reflect 15% this year because things have slowed down. Because remember, we're coming off the pandemic and everything was just shot up when it comes to price home values. And now we're kind of still trying to figure out what the new normal is, right? When it comes to real estate here in the Austin area. But point being, this is a Georgetown, especially in this zip code, is a great area to invest in because Georgetown, the location, you're so close to downtown Georgetown, you're so close to Lake Georgetown, you're so close to Round Rock. These are all neighboring areas where you can just be close proximity to a lot of conveniences, a lot of things to do as far as if you're looking to go hiking, trails, and then you have downtown Georgetown where you have just like this little small town vibe feel, and you have little shops for coffee, places to eat and drink. So there's a nightlife there, and there's so many events that happen in Georgetown. So really quickly here, one thing that's very attractive about this community is the tax rate. It's 1.86, and that's on the low side. Anything under 2%, I would consider low on the low side because I've seen tax rates in areas that are 3% or more. So HOA is around $75 per month, which isn't too shabby. Isn't too shabby. And what you get for that HOA is some of the amenities that they include are they have a large community pool with the pool clubhouse, basketball court, a pickleball court, shaded playground and park area, picnic areas, and walking trails. Now this is called the Heights at San Gabriel. So you are north, just north of the San Gabriel River. So you're gonna possibly have. I didn't get a chance because they're still developing to see how close to see if there's any really nice viewpoints of the San Gabriel River. I think they might have something towards the south that might a trail that might lead to it. So I don't think you're gonna have walking access to the river itself, but you might have a nice viewpoint. So this is a really pretty area in general. This is right off Highway 29, and there's so many master plan communities being built on that highway on both sides. So I mean, you can really just go down and go one by one to each of the builders and just see what they're all about. But Blackburn Homes, this is definitely your forever home because of the size of it and just how massive it is, especially with the in-law suite. So if you this is a house that if you're looking for a multi-generational uh, floor plan where you're going to have more than one family or possibly the in-laws or your parents move in, this would be a great space because you're going to have over 4,000 square feet. You're going to have an option to build in in-law suite where you're going to have space for a bedroom, a little living room, and a little like nice little, I would say not a full kitchen, but one of those kitchen areas where you would see in a hotel, right? But that's plenty. That's a lot of space to have someone visit, or if you're going to have another, your parents live there permanently, this would be a great floor plan to consider. Now, what is your next step? Your very next step is let's schedule a virtual consultation because that's typically the fastest and easiest way for us to get some face-to-face time so we can meet each other, say hi, and come up with a game plan, right? Let's figure out what your buyer criteria is, what you're really looking for in a community because all these brand new new construction communities have a different feel, have a different vibe to them, and I want to make sure I'm showing you ones that really make a good fit, right? On top of the amazing floor plan that we're going to see. I want us to win on both fronts. And then we're gonna get you. We're gonna have to. The biggest thing is we have to move with intent because if you want to capture some of these incentives, we want to show our intent today or sooner rather than later. That way we don't miss out on these incentives because they literally can be one thing on Monday and be completely done by Friday, depending on how many sales they've had. And as we get closer to the summer months, and again, I'm filming this in February 23rd. We're gonna start seeing more activity pick up. So let's schedule a virtual consultation. Come with the game plan. Go tour some communities and lock something down. Get all the paperwork started so we can get those incentives, and then see see if you want to do an inventory home or a to be built home. They have multiple floor plans. This is just the model for Blackburn Homes. So they have Yeah, they have a handful of floor plans that can meet everybody with a variety of bedroom to bathroom size and price points. I think the lowest one I'm looking at here that they have available now is the one I mentioned for the open house at 459,000, and then they have some that are coming out in March, April, and May. So over the summertime, they're going to have more completed constructions, and these that's starting in the mid 400s all the way up to the mid 700s. So that's like your price range to think of if you're interested and you like the design of Blackburn Homes. So thanks for watching. If you love new construction, you're trying to keep up with it, you're trying to see what that new construction looks like in the Austin, Texas, especially if you're relocating, please subscribe to my channel. I have a series all about discovering new construction around the Austin area so you can keep up with the incentives and keep up with all these new communities coming up. And then when I get a chance, if it's not too windy, I do fly my drone so you can get a feel for like what the neighborhood looks like and what the amenities look like. So today just happened to be too windy, but I do have my own little DJI drone that I love taking out to fly. That way you guys can see a full picture of what these master plan communities look like. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.